So let's talk today about how the coronavirus is affecting your ability to purchase or sell real estate. Right now, the homes that are currently on the market, they shouldn't be shown at all. And my opinion is not at all, because we're in a shelter-in-place scenario. However, I can get you ready to make that move as soon as that shelter-in-place is ready. I'm Casey Serafino Lee, realtor to the San Francisco, East Bay, and especially Hayward, California. Now, I normally make videos in different places, and today I'm in my home office. You guys have seen it before, but since we're in this shelter in place right now, I'm here for around 3 weeks. So I'm going to take advantage of this time to help my buyers and sellers get ready when it is lifted to go out and be ready to make that home purchase or sale. So let's start with my move-up buyers. This means that first you're a seller, and it's important to know that the supply of the homes is less than the buyers who want to buy homes right now. So why do I call you a move-up buyer? This means that someone has a home, maybe it's a condo or a smaller home, and they want to get themselves into something bigger, something more comfortable, something maybe luxury. This can be moving nearby or moving somewhere far away, like maybe Sacramento, or maybe even moving out of the state. Now, I know that homes are technically still coming on the market. I looked at my multiple listing services this morning and I saw that there were 4 homes in Hayward that were listed new. But these homes were ready to go on the market before the shelter-in-place started. However, according to the rules, these homes should not be shown. I have no idea if they actually are, and I would be super disappointed if they are, if other agents are disobeying the rules and showing them. But I have to tell you that in March, it's normally the time that everybody's hurrying to get their homes on the market. Now, maybe this means that March is going to move into late April or maybe even into June. Who really knows? So these homes that are just coming onto the market, or maybe they're on the market right now, they had all of the repairs done. They cleaned their homes. They moved out of their homes. They depersonalized their homes, and they did what I call pre-moving if they were staying in the home. They did their deep cleaning, their repairs, they staged their homes. They had their professional photography and their videography done, well, yesterday or before. Since it's too late for that now, there are some steps that you can do during this shelter in place to get your home ready. Since you're at your home a bunch right now, pre-moving and depersonalizing is what you want to do. You would do this if you were going to stay and live in the home while selling. Don't tell my husband. But I have a honey-do list that is long enough that it's going to look like we're moving, and he's got 3 whole weeks to work on it. So don't feel alone. He is going to be begging to go back to work. Take all of your extra clothes, your furniture, your bloggings, and box them up or bag them up till you can get the boxes. Take that paint that you have left over from your painting project before last time, touch up those walls. Get that home ready that as soon as the shelter in place is lifted, we can talk about staging with your furniture or the stager's furniture and get that photographer and videographer ready to come over. This will place you ahead of the people that didn't really make good use of their time, and maybe they watched Netflix the whole time. That is a good idea, actually. Now, if you're enjoying this video, would you do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button? That one right there, the red button. This is going to tell you when I put out my weekly videos, and I won't want you to miss them. If you're selling, I have a free staging guide in the description below. Be sure to download it. Now, back to the regularly scheduled program. So, as soon as you are done with the above seller steps, you are ready to switch over to be a buyer. So let's move to the buying side of our brain. Here. So let's talk about numbers for a minute. Normally, when we have a crazy stock market like we have been, especially with the market going drastically up and then there was a down and everything like that in the opposite directions. Normally, when the stock market goes down, rates go up. Right now, you've probably heard that the Fed dropped the rates to near zero. But let me caution you for a minute, folks. Don't get too excited. This, I heard, is really only for short-term loans. But don't despair. Mortgage loans before this whole thing were near record lows. I saw one under 3% recently. Lower rates mean that you can afford more home. So what can you do as a buyer during our shelter in place? You can really look at homes. Any good listing agent should have a video walkthrough and or a 3D tour. Not bragging here, but I do both on mine, okay? You can do your research on the area, what there is to do, what the schools are like, what conveniences and shopping are nearby. What is the crime rate there? This is going to be especially helpful if you are moving out of the area and into an area that you are not necessarily super familiar with. Should you be looking on Zillow? Well, many of you know my love-hate relationship with Zillow. They are awesome for looking at houses. However, the houses that you're looking at are not always for sale. Last year, I had a call from a client on Zillow, and he wanted to see a house that didn't even exist. Another time, a buyer wanted to look at a house that had been sold 3 months before. It's super disappointing, and I hate disappointing my clients. It's a great place for looky-loos. However, if you're a serious buyer and you need to look at homes, I have a link that goes directly to my MLS. It's one that I pay for, and it's real and up to the minute. So here's another thing that you can do as a buyer. You can take advantage of those low rates and get yourself pre-approved for a loan. I know I say this a lot. I harp on it a lot. Get pre-approved if you're going to be shopping for a home. And I always warn people that getting a loan can be a little bit daunting, but with all this time that we have on our hands, you can sort through your paperwork, hopefully organize it as you go. And let me just say, I'm talking to myself here too. And you can scan it and send it to your loan person, or I can hook you up with one of my preferred lenders. We totally have the ability these days to work through email and the phone and scanning things, so you don't have to leave your shelter or your home. So if you are thinking about buying, I have a couple of different guides below for you in the description right down there. Basically, I'm telling you that if you are thinking of buying or selling, 2 important things. First, and most importantly, don't think that I'm just trying to sell you. I'm trying to get everybody prepared. So my most important thing is everybody spend time with your family. Really, let me just say honestly, I am looking at this as I can get lots of projects done in my house, but I'm looking at spending quality time with my family. Normally I'm go, go, go and rush, 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 but I'm looking forward to, sitting down on the couch and watching Netflix for maybe an hour a day. That's my max, but quality time with my family. Number 2, when you have that few minutes break, get yourself ready for your move. This shelter in place, it's gonna end. You're gonna look back at it and let's just say 10 years, oh my gosh, remember when we had the shelter in place? But let me just say, I don't have a crystal ball and I can't exactly tell you what the market is gonna do, but I can make an educated guess from numbers. We all know that I'm a numbers nerd, and from past history. So why not be prepared to make that move? I love educating my friends and my clients about real estate. I also love helping people locally and from out of town learn about my local real estate market here in buying and selling homes. If you'd like to chat, feel free to pick up the phone, call me, text me, or email me. I am never too busy to talk to anyone. My details are below. If you liked this video, you might like this video or this video, and be sure to subscribe to my channel here. See you on the next one.